So sellers, you are thinking, should I sell my house before the real estate market shifts in 2021? Well, if you have one of the houses that I'm going to talk about right now, pay attention. You should be making a move, if not now, very, very soon. Stay with me, we're starting right now. Thank you so much for being here with me again. This is Natalia Echeverri with Coldwell Banker in Weston, Florida. So I help buyers and sellers here in Broward County and especially in Weston. That's where I lived, although I lived in many areas throughout the years, but I've been here for the past 18 years. So let's talk about this market shifting in 2021. We all are expecting something to happen with the real estate market. I'm not saying a crash, I'm saying a shift. We might have a shift in the real estate market, and we all know it's coming. But I want to tell you what houses will hold their value and what houses are more likely to not do so good after the real estate market shifts. I'm just a real estate agent that loves her job and helping people understand many sides of the real estate market. I am not an accountant. I do not predict the future, but I want to give you a little heads up on what's going on, what we talk about all the time, which is real estate, the news, or brokers. And so that's why I want you to understand exactly why these houses will most likely lose value first. The first houses to lose value will be the second home markets. This is where we'll start to see demand drop and we will see sales slow down and ultimately prices drop. These were some of the markets that were the busiest. A lot of people, just after the pandemic, went out to buy a second home in a random area. But now they might have to return to work and they might need to unload that second home. Make sure if you have one of these, my advice to you is to get it on the market and sell that puppy as soon as possible. A second one, a big one though, is the house with a tenant. In some places, it's almost impossible to get a tenant out. So if you have a tenant month to month or you have a tenant on lease and it's kind of impossible to get them out, my advice to you is to just get rid of that house, sell the house, and maybe the buyer that is willing to get it will accept the tenant, and it will be best for them to already have that lease, that steady income monthly, especially if they're not paying rent because of the pandemic and all the benefits they have where you cannot do anything about it. Because as the market shifts, of course, they will need to pay that rent. But in the meantime, if you have the option of selling that property, it will be best for you to do it now. The next one that loses value really quickly is what we call functional obsolescence. So that means that the function of the house is not right, it's obsolete. When, let's say in the 1980s, 1990s, you can have a house, a 3-bedroom house with only 1 bathroom. Or if you had like 3 bedrooms, but no master bedroom, or, things like that, like small garage converted to something else, that for us is called functional obsolescence. In many cases, this problem is super feasible and you can just renovate, create a bathroom here and there, make an addition, put up some walls and stuff like that. But it will cost you money. And so think about it. when the real estate market shifts, we will have more properties on the market. We will have a lot of properties to choose from. So if you have one of the properties that falls into any of this, you know that at that time, it's not like now, that buyers will buy whatever they find just because they feel the need to move into something. But when the real estate market shifts, that will be one of the first homes to lose value. If not, it will be sitting in the market for a long time. Another property that will lose value really, really quick is those houses that have been overdone. It's something that is being super updated for the market. I think I've talked to you guys about this in past videos. It's like if you put $1 million pool inside your house and your house is, I don't know, $500,000. As much as you want, the house is not going to increase the value just because the pool is $1 million pool inside your house. Things like that. Remember, you're not going to get that money back. So you have to think about that. If you have that situation, if you over improved a property, now is the time to sell it and get some money back. Maybe all, maybe, I don't know, depending on the investment that you made. But this is a good time. Buyers are willing to buy right now, even though you live near train tracks, busy roads. They do not care. They have the money and they want to buy. So you can take advantage of that. The other one that will lose a lot of its value is houses with physical obsolescence. Again, a very fancy term. But these houses are houses that physically that are deteriorated. Like the roof is coming to the end of the roof's life. Maybe all the windows are shut. Houses with mold right here in Florida, or things like that. Things that a buyer right now is, willing to just like you repair by himself and not have like a big deal about it. But when we have more houses coming to the market, when we have more inventory, and it will be one of the houses to lose value the quickest if you don't make a decision right now. Also think about this. If you updated your house 7 years ago, 10 years ago, and things are starting to look a little bit like, okay, but not really nice and clean, it is time to take action. It's either you kind of getting, those things a little bit updated. If you have like stairs and carpet, things like that, you need to bring that to 2021. Remember, it will need a lot of maintenance, a little bit of effort on your end. And there are things that are not very expensive, but others like the roof, like the windows, like the garage door, all those things, you need to think about it. Today, right now, is the time to sell if you are running into any of those issues, or if you see yourself in any of the houses that I just mentioned. Because right now, they will buy your house at a good price. As to when the market starts shifting, buyers will become more and more picky, and they will have more options to choose from. And that's when, of course, the real estate market will be back to kind of normal. But if you can take advantage of this, please, I advise you to do so. So now, which house would hold their value as the market shifts in 2021? These are the ones. And these houses are not immune. Maybe they will lose a little bit of value, but most likely their value will remain like stable. The one that will not lose value or will be doing much better than the other ones is a turnkey house. That term means that I will give you the key, you just have to turn, open the door, and then you're ready to go. Nothing to do, everything is nice, perfect, clean, picture perfect. So those homes have been remodeled with good quality materials, very nice, thinking about the spaces, it is well distributed. The other houses that won't lose value is those houses with very unique added values. For instance, the lot. If all the houses near you are like 6,000 square feet and your home is 12,000 square feet, that's a very unique thing that this house has. Of course, when everything happens and the real estate market shifts, if the inventory is like we have many houses on the market, yours is going to be the one that they want to buy because they will have a lot of options, and you know how it is. It happens every time when you have options. So that another thing is the view. If you have access to the water, or if you have something that is just breathtaking and no other houses near you have it, so hold on to the house. It won't lose value. You can keep it. You will, if you're thinking of selling, of course we can talk about that. Those houses won't lose value as the houses that I mentioned before when I started the video. Thank you for being here with me. I hope this video helps. Don't forget to watch this one. It will help you too. It's very nice. I promise you will get bored. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.